the basic theory is this, that Iran, this is my book on Qasem Soleimani. I go into detail about this history, right? Iranian revolutionaries built the Islamic Republic in 1979. They had an interesting mix of, they were really Islamist internationalists in many ways. So they believed this Islamic revolution is going to spread. And they believed it was going to be a rival to capitalism and communism. It's going to be just this bright new thing, Islamic rule. It's going to be, sort of spiritually rich, and it's going to just offer a new way of life, and everybody will be so, they were excited. You make revolutions because you think you can make a better life. And so they wanted this revolution to spread. By the way, and it wasn't about sectarianism. It wasn't about they wanted it they don't want to spread Shiaism. They wanted to spread what was Islamic revolution with global ambitions, right? They were not sectarians. My claim is the 1979, the founders of the revolution, the people who really wanted to build Hezbollah, were not sectarian. Hezbollah in some ways was not really built on a sectarian reality. It was based on, the Shia in Lebanon happened to have had relationship, of course, with Iranian revolutionaries, with Imam Musa Sadr, with the foundation of Amal, and it's a long history. If you want to enter there, but the point is, Hezbollah was founded in the early 1980s by bringing together some of these different groups, and the idea was that it would spread this revolution in Lebanon, and it would bring about this Islamic rule, that it's going to have all these positive attributes, as I said, to the other things. But it's not clear to in the recent years that's become clear. First of all, that is dead end. Because Islamic economy doesn't actually mean anything, right? What does it mean to have Islamic economy? You need to either have capitalism or you have socialism. You either have taxes or you don't have taxes, right? Just to put Islamic epithet of something doesn't actually mean anything. And again, this is not my saying. This is something like someone like Hassan Rouhani, the former Iranian president, would tell you that, right? He'll say, look, we need to build roads and we need to build metro, and you can't do it by just reciting the Quran. You have to have engineers, and they have to come do it. So theologically, ideologically, they saw a defeat of this Islamism, and that's one part of Hezbollah. And the other part is with other countries. Very soon they realized in the 80s that, look, you cannot have, it's not healthy for a country to do internationalism in this way, to try to arm other groups and use them to influence politics of other countries, and that instead Iran should have relationship with states, should have relationship, should have embassy in Beirut, that just like two normal countries, an embassy in Baghdad, an embassy in Sana'a, right? And they realize that they realize that broken countries and civil wars in the Middle East, it's bad news. We've had it for so long, right? And you prolong it when you do. When you keep supporting militias in other countries, like, you prolong it, right? That it's actually better. Iranians want to have influence. Look, like any other country, they like to have influence in Lebanon, and they want to use even the Shia links to have influence. That's fine. That's how politics work. But it is better, I think they've come to this conclusion, that it is better if Lebanon is a stronger state, it stands on its own, and Iran then tries to have influence, have trade, influences cultural ties, as opposed to paying, basically, to keep a political party active and a militia active in Lebanon for some third ideological goal. So not Iranian national interest, not Lebanese national interest, but this Khomeinism. And I think many people, including funders of Hezbollah, Iranians who helped fund Hezbollah, have come to realize it. And that's why they say it should be folded back to Amal, because Amal was made by Imam Musa Sadr. It has more positive connotations there. And also, it was a political force always. It has a political presence in Lebanon. The idea is that, okay, if the Lebanese Shia are to have a political force, it should be one. They shouldn't have a militia